Her Excellency, the President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, Honorable Union Minister of Law and Justice, Justice Kiran Rijiju, Dr. Justice Dhananjaya B. Chandrachud, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, my esteemed brother Justice M.R. Shah, my esteemed brothers and sister judges, Chief Justices and Judges of the High Courts, Attorney General, members of the Bar, members of the Registry, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure and I deem it a privilege to be tasked with the pleasant assignment of welcoming all of you. The adoption of the Constitution of India on the 26th of January 1949 marked the culmination of a long but uniquely peaceful struggle by millions who stood shoulder to shoulder, burying their differences based on religion and caste and the region from which they hailed. Article 51A(b) of the Constitution declares it to be a duty for every citizen to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. Not unnaturally, Article 51 declares that it is a fundamental duty for every citizen to promote harmony and a spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, and to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Our Constitution is a fine document, as much as it is a noble document, instrument. The Constitution of a country constitutes the chief mechanism for ordering the life of a nation, and it is not a mere document. It is the people who are charged with the duty of operating the Constitution who alone can give life to it. Each generation of citizens is duty-bound to remain alert and on their toes to safeguard the core values that the Constitution seeks to uphold and promote. Every act or omission of one generation will either be a milestone marking the progress of a nation or, God forbid, the times which future generations will unerringly point to as tragic aberrations. In fact, it is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar who reportedly said that if I find the Constitution being misused, I shall be the first to burn it. It is a legitimate right and duty of every citizen in every walk of life he may find himself to prevent the Constitution being abused. It was Edmund Burke who proclaimed, "Nobody makes a greater mistake than he who does nothing because he could do only a little." Fraternity is one of the most cherished ideals firmly enshrined in the preamble to the Constitution. The Constitution of India contemplates that Bharat will be a secular nation. It is here that I recall the words of Thomas Jefferson, who declared that, quote, that government is the strongest of which every man feels himself a part, unquote. The Constitution of India envisaged by our founding fathers envisages liberty again as a fundamental norm. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship are not merely words appropriately proclaimed in the preamble, but they are meant to ignite the minds and hearts of every citizen at all points of time, wherever they are. I recall the words of Benjamin Franklin, who cautioned, quote, those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety, unquote. While we have achieved commendable progress, we have a long way to go to fulfill the hopes and aspirations of the founding fathers of the Constitution. With these few words, I now proceed to discharge the duties cast on me. Her Excellency, the Honorable President of India, is a unique personality. Born in a Santali tribal family on the 20th of June 1958, she became the first woman to receive college education from our village. She worked as a junior assistant for nearly 4 years. Thereafter, she became an honorary teacher. Later, she was elected as a member of the Legislative Assembly of Odisha for 2 terms. She discharged responsibility as a minister in different departments. Being a member of several committees and noting her performance, it is not unnatural that she was awarded the Pandit Nilkanta Das Best Legislator Award by the Odisha Legislative Assembly in the year 2007. She went on to become the governor of the state of Jharkhand and discharge the duties for the full term. Her fairness and independence have earned her appreciation from all. I understand that as governor, she refused to give her assent to two bills which were perceived as invading the rights of tribal communities on their lands. The bills, interestingly, were later withdrawn. She is the youngest president of India. She is the first tribal to become president and the second woman president. She is the first president to be born after the adoption of the Constitution. The people of Bharat legitimately look to the presidency under you to blossom into a period when you will continue to display independence in the discharge of your onerous duties and exercise of your powers under the Constitution. I, on behalf of everyone present here, extend a warm and hearty welcome to you. The Honorable Minister of Law and Justice hails from the state of the dawn-lit mountains. He exudes a warmth which comes naturally to those who come from the hills. There's always a friendly smile which refuses to go away. Beneath this soft exterior, I believe, there is a man with firm convictions which he holds dear enough to articulate them honestly. I hope that under his stewardship, the Ministry of Law and Justice and the judiciary can work in harmony to achieve the goals of our Constitution. I extend a warm welcome to him. As a formal gesture, I extend a warm welcome to Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Dr. Dhananjaya Chandrachud, who has a fairly long tenure and the mettle to match the demands of the High Office of the Chief Justice of India. I extend a warm welcome to my brother Justice M.R. Shah. I welcome all my brother and sister judges of the Supreme Court. I extend words of warm greetings of welcome to the Chief Justice of the High Court and the judges of the High Court who have assembled here. Finally, I welcome each and every one of you to the valedictory or farewell function of the celebrations of the Grand Norm, which I pray may continue to illumine our paths. Jai Hind.